Welcome to D-Lab. On the bench today we have a Ten Tec Century 21 CW transceiver. The complaint is very low volume. The internal speaker has been broken in the past, so the operator was running this on headphones and said he had cranked this thing full blast to get any audio out of it. So let's see what's causing that problem.
Well, first off, you can take a look at the internal speaker. It's been stressed. This lead is broken. Speaker shot. This is a common problem because when Ten Tec built these transceivers, they hardwired the speaker to the back of the phone's jack. So when you pull off the rear panel, if you're not paying attention, you'll damage the speaker. Kind of a bad deal. Kenwood, on the other hand, had a little two-prong plug-in on their speakers. So once again, you had to be careful, but you could unplug it and remove the lid for maintenance. I've got the transceiver upside down with the bottom taken off for inspection. First thing I noticed, the selectivity switch. This is a 3-position switch, 2.5K, 1K, and 0.5K, and this is the audio filter. So your audio is running through the switch. But check this out. You got the 3 positions, but then you can keep going. Now, I talked to the owner and he said, hey, you know, in the past they took off the front panel to repair the VFO. These are commonly either seized up or binding. So that work was done. So this front panel came off. So there's a little mechanical stop that limits the position of this rotary switch. I believe that it is 180 degrees out. I think the 3 positions are still trapped there, but they're on the opposite side. Let me show you the back of the switch. So here is the back of the switch, which is on the circuit board. It is actually the stock switch. Now, you can't see it, but down here, trapped between the frame and the front panel, is a little wiper arm, and there's little holes that you can select the positioning. There should be 3. Now, if I turn this, I hit, and then I have these positions, and I hit again, but it's not going full stroke. So the 3 positions, I think, are on the wrong side of that selector arm, and that could be causing problems with the audio. Another thing that caught my eye, if you look at the audio board, there's an LM380N IC. It's been recently replaced. I've got the volume all the way up. We have nothing coming out of the speaker. But watch this. Hear it? So there's probably bad connections on that IC. This top heatsink actually straps 3 pins on each side to ground, and those connections do not look good. So I'm going to be inspecting that board, fixing the connections, and then we'll attack the rotary switch problem. Alright, I reflowed the solder on the LM380 chip. There's no more sensitivity now, but I still have no audio. So now we're going to get this rotary switch configured properly and see if that takes care of it. So I found I can take a 9/16 wrench, loosen these nuts. I'm going to take out the screws on the back of that board, and I should be able to pull it back enough to get this guy set in the right position. So to get the switch back in the proper position, I spotted a witness mark where the set screw used to go. So now if you take a look, when I turn this, there's 1 position, 2 stops, 1, 2 stops. That's how it was originally. Let's get it back together and test it. Alright, moment of truth. We've got everything back together. I have the selectivity at 2.5. Turn it on. Look at there. Check that selectivity. There it is. Next thing to resolve is the broken speaker. I'm going to upgrade this guy a little bit. This is a speaker out of a Kenwood 820, and it has the nice plug-in. So I'm going to put in the 820 speaker, and then in the future for maintenance, people can unplug it and safely remove that cover. I removed the old internal speaker. I'm going to leave this grill on. You can see the call sign of who used to own it, and right there is the Fort Wayne Radio Club, and that's where this guy came from. So I'm going to install the Kenwood speaker. Luckily the screws from the plastic grill clear the diameter of the speaker, but I need to drill the 4 holes for the brackets and then solder that little pigtail onto the phone's jack. There's the Kenwood speaker in place. Pigtail goes to the phone's jack. Really nice update. And there's no issues with clearance of the speaker when you put it back on the bottom of the radio. Okay, we're up here on 20 meters. Receives nicely.
No latency, none of that. Just a ton of audio. What you doing up in there? You went up to borrow some money somewhere?
So I'm on 40 meter lower sideband.
We do. Ran across a young man he's a young fella, but he's a veteran, and the VA wanted him over
So I'm pretty happy with the audio repair on the Century 21. It is a very clean unit. I plan to use this on CW, and there's going to be some future presentations of Ten Tec transceiver repair from D-Lab Electronics.